Oh, okay. Warning. Big warning. This was supposed to be me writing a really quick, crappy story based on this Discord conversation, but because I recorded it live, I got sidetracked before I even got started. Most of this video is me rambling about my questionable opinions on writing, and the rest is Seth King and Kane Carter romance, with the name for the hen's husband used a lot. That being cock. If you're not into any of these things, please evacuate immediately. Otherwise, please try to enjoy. If you're not caught up in your daily dose of Fnaf fanverse drama, good. Best not to be. To put it short, there's been some bad blood between people, and perhaps that's all we really need to know. Instead of dwelling on all this bitterness, negativity, and past grudges, let us mend the wounds of this shattered community with love, compassion, and kindness, administered through beautiful prose that I'm going to write now because there's no time like the present. Past is a little close, though drama might be in the distant past after this video comes out. However, to be perfectly safe and not to provoke any further outrage, in this latest addition to the Fazbear's Fright series, Theft King will be referred to as Tony, Kane Carter will be referred to as Kane, and Phil Morg will be referred to as Phil. Yeah, I think that should work. But in order for this not to just be artsy romance, I will insert some objective, meaning bad, writing advice so that you too can create your own community healing works of art. Or eye-searing. Works of art, either way. Tip 1. Use a better word processor than yes. Yeah, okay. If you want a good suggestion on word processors, I mean, obviously the main one would be Microsoft Word, but that costs money. And writers are poor, so we can't really be using nice fancy Word. We got to find some free alternatives, of course. And as I know, as tempting as Notepad is, don't use Notepad. I mean, I wrote my first stories with Notepad, and they were all absolutely horrible. So don't use Notepad. Don't follow my steps. If you want a really good suggestion, use Docs. So a lot of writers would use Docs to sort of like share stories with each other. It's a really easy way of doing that. But in terms of writing stuff, Docs works pretty well too. Have a strong opening line. It has to be nice, enticing, and also short and sweet. It has to really bring the viewer, the reader even, into the story and make them want to read on. I guess I could Google some examples. First result. Okay, let's go. Example 1. There were just 3 things that Samin was certain of in her life. First, she was dangerous. Second, she was never allowed to leave her room. And third, the spirit of a dragon lived inside her. This is a good one because it not only explains the cat. Thank you. These three little facts about the character, but also it provokes some mystery. Why is she dangerous? Why is she not allowed to leave her room? And how the hell did the spirit of a dragon live inside her? He's stalking behind the disguised factory, waiting for the flopping of wings to alert him to where you are. This is a really good one because, well, who is he? Why are you in a factory? And also this just generally feels like it's unsettling. And I think this is supposed to be sort of like a creepy writing. So that worked pretty well. What do you pack when you have 4 minutes to leave your household? This is a really good rhetorical... this is a rhetorical question, and you don't really see this much used in writing. Like, you use it a lot used in like essays and stuff. Rhetorical questions are like one of the big things that people put in like essays. This is something I don't really see in an opening line, and that's unique. Okay, so when I tried to search up the writers who made these lines and their books, I realized that this isn't like a examples taken from books. This is some like opening lines that people have submitted to a contest. Okay, so I just found the so-claimed author of this article, who just took and republished other people's funny content because that's how modern journalism works. And also this video so far. And I just figured out that he's actually a writer himself. So let's check him out and let's see a good example of a bad opening. Okay, so I didn't find anything juicy because unfortunately this so-called journalist actually makes some decent books. So let's go and just Google some bad examples. Okay, here we go. Cheryl's mind turned like the veins of a wind-powered turbine, chopping her sparrow-like thoughts into bloody pieces that fell into a growing pile of forgotten memories. This is just a trying too hard transcription of it. Cheryl stumbled over her thoughts, and that doesn't really make a good opening line anyway. As the dark and mysterious stranger approached, Angela bit her lip anxiously, hoping with every nerve, cell, and fibre of her being that this would be the one man who would understand, who would just take her away from all this, and who would not just squeeze her boob and make a loud honking noise as all the others had. I can't say this is terrible. I mean, you start with like this nice little great description, and then you got boom, boobs and honking noises. It's supposed to be like a comedic story, and I think it is. Then yeah, I think it makes one to read on, and that's what an opening line should do. Okay, so once again, I got trolled. I didn't realize this is another fucking contest. But this guy, who also, republished funny content, because of course, modern journalism, he's an author himself. So let's see if this guy can give us a good example of a bad opening. Let's see. The young people who traverses dimensions while wearing sunglasses. Good! I think this is going to be a very interesting book. Let's see. Okay, first little, okay, so tip 3. This is called a preface, not a prologue. Don't get that confused with a foreword. That's written by another person. People have been writing for a long time, and, you can get all this terminology mixed up, but I still think you should know your writing terminology before you sell this as a book. This is on sale, by the way. Audiobook is £0. I don't know why, but you can buy it as well. Okay, But more than anything, this is a story that begins with my father. You've never met him, you never will. That's probably for the best. I used to play this game with my friends in which we competed to see who had crappier parents. I stopped playing this game when I beat an orphan. Her parents died in a fire. The problem was that mine are still alive. This is apparently a 90% true story, and I hope to God that this is the 10%. But if this is true, tip 4: don't ever tell anyone. Here's the main bit. When you graduate college, it's customary to receive a car or a Mac computer. Okay. A half-eaten apple representing the bite you're about to take out of life. You didn't scarf down the whole thing yet, because it's best to save it's best to save some for later. Brah, what is that? When you aren't 22 and know what to do with it. Being young is like having a large penis. Just because you have it doesn't mean you know the first thing about how it works. Okay, I think that's our examples down. So let's get started. Now, since this is going to be a story about Kane Carter and Tony's beautiful relationship, I shall start with his throbbing dong tore through the fabric. It introduces a strong, raw description while also providing some mystery. What fabric? Usually, the penis is stored inside the fabric, so it tearing through the fabric isn't really something that happens. What was he preparing to take off his clothes so he could do the sex? Maybe. Read on. In a while. Tip 5. Sounds and interjections are cool. Try using them sometimes. And this is just a really good way of sort of doing your writing. So let's say we go reap. His throbbing dong tore through the fabric. Now this isn't great because what it's saying is like a dong tearing through fabric, like a dong like going through fabric sounds like reap. Rip and his throbbing dong tore through the fabric. Rip with a roar. His throbbing dong tore through the fabric. I mean, it kind of sounds like it's like that's a roar, but tip number 6. Once you get stuck, just fuck it and move on. Just fuck it and move on. Just call it art and move it on. I've been an orphan, and my only regret is that her parents died in the fire and mine didn't. No, it's art. You just don't know what you're talking about. Kane looked at his... So I want to say that Kane looked at his penis, or at his dong, but as you can see, we already have it. So, tip number 7, synonyms are weird. Your English teacher at school, or literature teacher, or whatever, would probably tell you, you don't repeat words, use a synonym instead. And whereas that kind of is true, sometimes it kind of looks like you're trying too hard and you use too many synonyms. So let's just quickly find a synonym. Let me actually get a thesaurus. Penis, dick, cock, phallus, member, schlong, manhood, willy, Johnson, shaft, pecker. Yeah, I think you get the point. There's also in the thesaurus fuck, stick, and wang, and that is hilarious. Also, heat-sinking moisture missile. What? But you guys, just when in doubt, tip 8, just put a cock. It's raw, it's powerful, and it refers to cock. So, you know, easy. Kane looked at his cock in dismay. There was no way he could repair his first, there's no way he could fit it all back his fursuit and repair it, and no way he could fit it all back in his fursuit, the 20s ample ass bouncing just a few, actually, taunting him. Tip number 9, I think. The editing will correct it. Look over your write what you read, or read what you write. Read what you write. There we go. The original sentence didn't feel like it matched up too well, and I liked the, and just go around and fix it. Yeah, basically just a few. Now, tip 10, know your audience. Now, thanks to Google's soul-stealing analytics, I know that most people watching this video probably come from North America. So, I'm trying to think of this. Okay, I got it. There's no way he could fit it all back in his fursuit with Tony's ample ass, just taunting him a few distance ounces away. Also, I know that, like, it's probably like feet in America, but this I think distance ounces sort of solidifies what the story's trying to be, i.e., a joke. He inspected the hole, the gaping hole. Once again, read what you write. The original sentence sounded kind of clunky. He inspected the gaping hole in his suit, in his fursuit. Oh yeah, they're wearing fursuits as well. What a twist! His cock was still. His cock was. What? Fuck was valiantly standing its ground. This is either like this. I think this is a metaphor. I kind of forget like writing cards. It's kind of bad that I know writing and I forget my similes and metaphors, but they're all so fucking similar. Okay. No. Kane was not in the slightest. That's there. Kane was not the slightest bit gay. If you were to ask him, Kane would say he was not the slightest bit gay. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Shoutouts to Grammarly. This is gonna be really, it's gonna be a really useful Chrome extension while I write this. I think I did say tip 11, use a word checker like Grammarly. Like, I think I said this earlier, but especially in like other software, you're definitely going to need to use something like Grammarly because sometimes these spell checkers don't work too well. Kane was on the slightest bit gay, thank you. You don't need to use that starlet. Though there was something so delightfully sexy about his beautiful husband. But there wasn't any time for fooling around. They were here on a mission to secure a better future for all members of the Fnaf community. To fight a great evil that had plagued the community for years. And this war caused the loss of Kane's ex-husband, Bill. God damn it. Unable to fix the hole in between his legs. Kane and his life partner, his life and Fnaf partner headed out into the cold Chilean night. Also tip 11 or 12, always divide your scenes. So some people do it like this. This is how they do it in books, like but the way I do it is just ellipsis. Easy, divides it up really well, makes it look nice, I think. But if you're doing a book, just do an indent. It's way easier. Anyway, let's get real fucking pretentious now. The dark building stretched far beyond the chemical clouds. It's massive. It's imposing structure and chilling atmosphere. That makes no sense, but who cares? And chilling atmosphere made the skin wrinkle and the testicles shrink. Kane and Tony step forward. Overwhelmed with emotion and fell on his knees into the ash of the damned. Okay, so tip 13. Sometimes you don't know what you say when you write specific things. I have no idea what I mean by ash of the damned or chilling atmosphere, but they just sound cool, so I'm gonna keep them in. But yeah. Anyway, I don't think I can do this, dude. Okay, so tip 14. Direct speech is cool. Use direct speech, and also tip 15. Make your direct speech accurate. The coincidental real life Tony uses the word dude a lot to address people.
Are you kidding me, dude? You serious? Are you kidding me, dude? Who the fuck do you think you are, dude?
This is a lore accurate story, regrettably. Hush, Kane whispered softly into me. Oh fuck! That's okay. What the fuck? Into Tony. Oh fuck! To Tony's ear. Don't cry. I am here. Keep your chin up. Tony turned to face Kane. Turned his head to face Kane. A singular tear dropped from his eyes into the ash of the damned.
Ash of the Damned, trademarked by Mighty Maya. Only available on eBay for 500 USD. Don't ask where I got it.
Kane reached behind Tony, and began to sensually massage his back. Don't fret, for we can overcome anything with the power of love. I would like to remind everyone that this is a wholesome story, and no one should convince you otherwise. Tears dried in Tony's eyes. Dried in Tony's eyes. As Kane gently rubbed his hands over Tony's hunky back muscles. This is something, alright. Tony's hunky back muscles. Don't say hunky back muscles. That's bad. Over Tony's buff back. It's not great, but it's better. Okay. Then suddenly, suddenly. Actually, all of a sudden. I think all of a sudden works better. All of a sudden. Yes. Okay. So what I like doing is like making the oration a bit more personalized by using specific punctuation. So yeah, I'd be like yes or yes. It's or you know, it can be like question mark or exclamation mark. You know, it really helps personalize the experience, I'd say. Also, yes. Tony clasped his eyes shut. His ass tightened as Kane descended obviously Tony's back, clamping around his hips. Oh, this is awful. Boom! Tony launched himself from the ground. Yes. Tony launched himself from the ground. The duo, the couple, quickly ascending the dark tinted glass of the skyscraper. For years, they held a grudge against one corporation that had destroyed their enjoyment of video game products. Metal, cotton industries. Any comparison to any real-life video game companies is purely coincidental. Many years ago, one man, Cawthon Scots. Any coincidental to any real-life video game developer is purely coincidental. Cawthon Scott created a masterpiece, an indie horror game known as a week at Friedrichson's. Any similarities to any real-life video game products is purely coincidental. At one point, the community and its developer frolicked in fields of flowers, of blooming flowers, always looking forward to the next major addition in this series. Until one fateful day, Cawthon Scots Cawthon Scots created Metal Cotton Industries. Game developer his once bright blue neon face
faded from memory, and all that remained was the burning flower fields. Players were cut down. Gamer wallets were harvested by the DLC scythe. And were the mercy of their benevolent Disney benevolent corporate masters. Boom. No longer. For today, these two legendary gamers would rise up to the occasion and put an end to this once and this madness once and for all. This, okay, so tip, I think 16. This is called padding. Don't do it. The only reason I added this whole little thing about Metal Cawthon and Cawthon Scots is because it was mentioned in the original Discord message. That's really it. And also this is where the thing's going. Anyway, Tony and Kane gracefully landed at the penthouse suite of the Confronting Scots' penthouse suite at the top of the building. They sneakily walked past the clear windows as the thick chemical air entered their lungs. The two entered the luxury suite through. Actually, hold on. Tony. Actually, hold on. The two arrived at the heavy steel door. Tony cocked his pistol. Not that kind of cock, you dirty-minded freak. It's a gun term. Cocked his pistol and gave an nod to Kane. The door swung open with ease, despite it being heavy, but you know, who cares? And Tony waved around his pistol, stood at the end of the bedroom, stood Cawthon Scots, wearing an endangered rhino skin gown. Oh, he's a bad guy, everyone. He also hates women and minorities. His glowing blue body glowing blue body shining through the gray fabric. It's not fabric. The gray. I can't say skin. Fuck it, skin. Trying to show. Okay, showed through the gray skin. I was wondering when my second renegade fanverse dev would show up. Cawthon Scott's loudly announced. I was just finishing up my deal with Phil from behind his massive left leg. Scott Cawthon Scott's reeled it back and kicked it forward like a piston. From a large green slime shot across the room and landed on the tiger body carpet. Really gotta sell the fact that he's a bad guy. Really gotta sell it. Okay. Separating the two sides. Just fix that. Sign a new sentence here. And here I thought you took pity on Phil. Due to his talent, Tony cried. Tony shouted even. If that's the case, I got a... No, it's Tony sternly commented. And here I thought you took pity on Phil due to his talent. Heh! Tony sternly commented. Also, this is true. That in a live stream, at the coincidental Tony character said that Scott apparently took pity on Phil. I don't know why he'd say that, but it's probably because Phil blocked him on Twitter and he got really salty. So yeah, he only commented. Actually, you know what? I'll just. There we go. No. Cawthon Scott's replied, I take pity on no mortal. Gotta really sell his specific bad guy thing. You monster. Kane berated Scots. I loved that man. What a twist. Amazing. For years I have turned the week at Friedrich Rickson's game into mediocre slog fests. I didn't want Phil to criticize and wake up the community. Revolution is communist. Scott argued. No, it's not Scott. It's Cawthon Scott. I think I should probably specify why I'm like coming up with false names for everyone, but Phil and Kane, and that's because I don't want like anyone to sue me over this. But I feel like that Phil and Kane have the capacity to understand what I'm doing here, aka a joke. Cawthon Scott's argued. No. Tony dropped to his frail knees. Once again. I can't live in a Fnaf, not a Fnaf, in a week at Fredrickson's community where Cawthon Scott has abandoned the fanverse. Once again, only the most accurate lore in this amazing story. I can't stand to live in a world where I can't stand to live in a world where me and my husband Kane get constantly harassed by your fans in DM, fans on Twitter, not Twitter, on Twanker. Any similarities to any social media platforms are purely coincidental. I am not religious, but burn in hell! Bang! 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 Tony unloaded. Unloaded 4. So anyway, tip 17. Just type in the word, not the number. It just looks way clunky, and you type in the number anyway. Unloaded 4 shots from his pistol directly into Cawthon Scott's chest. The neon lighting faded as the large blue man fell onto the mahogany floor. Alright, I'm not changing scenes, so I'm just starting a new paragraph here. Anyway. Ha. 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 A loud laughter resonated. This is definitely just me flexing my vocabulary now. Loud laughter resonated from Scott's dead body. No, it's Cawthon. Cawthon Scott's dead body. A burst of loud laughter. There, that's better. Tony stood back in shock. What? I killed him? He said, bewildered. That should have a comma. There we go. No. I am far from, no. You think mere bullets can stop me? He, Cawthon Scott rose to his feet. He removed his head. The body transmogrified. I am really just flexing vocabulary now. The body transmogrified. There we go. Shortening into a 1.82 height Fahrenheit. Staying true with the measurements here. Tall man. His hair was slicked back, balding a bit, with a fantastic cut jawline, beautiful brown eyes, and a winning smile. Oh my god. Tony pretty cried out. I already said cried. You know what? No, I'll change this to Kane. Kane shouted. The 37th President of the United States, Richard Milhouse Nixon, infiltrator. What a twist. Infiltrator. Yes, and I wouldn't have gotten away with it. If it wasn't for you pesky fanverse devs. Nixon announced, I am immortal. You cannot stop me. But how? But why, Mr. President? Because Tony is American, so he has to address him Tony questioned. I'm utilizing the young workforce of the weak at Frederickson community to launch a sequel to my coup on Chile. Amazing. He wants to take over this small strip of land with the Franverse. I could generate enough community hype to revive my dog checkers. Then I would use Tony as a puppet, as a prophet of my doom. I can't believe. Hold on. I have to just put Nixon explain. I can't believe I was fooled by such a handsome young man. Tony lamented, his eyes sinking down. Just for now. We'll come back to that later. Tony's gun stopped working. There we go. It jammed. Okay. He began looking around the room for anything he could use. No, I don't think I'll put that joke in. It jammed. As you could already tell, bullets won't work on me. What a humorous attempt. Nixon belittled 20. What a great story. Okay. Okay. Tony. Kane softly spoke to his partner. Remember what I said earlier. Kane asked. His dong still large and throbbing. Had to fucking throw that in. Tony looked at it for a second. before it's all flooded back to him. The power of love could overcome anything. And the power of my voice will overcome that bike outside my window. Shut up. Oh my god, that is so loud. With their forces combined, they could bring back peace and order to the world. To the country of Chile. Not the world, just Chile. On their wrist, not on the wrist, on their ring finger, ooh, sat their wedding rings, embroidered with a large pink heart. The two formed a fist bump. The hearts touching. Pow! Just going for comic book interjections here. Pow! A large cloud of pink smoke flooded the room. And as it cleared, Kane and Tony stood confident and now Tony's less impressive but still large wang was in the open, ripped, tearing from his fursuit. This is what has this turned into? Whatever, we're continuing. The power of love. Nixon chuckled. What hippie magic are you using against me? Tony and Kane charged, hand in hand, dongs wielded. Ready to smack them against Nixon. Enough of this, yelled, summoning a wave of air, sending it out, launching Kane and Tony away like a force field. The force launched them all the way. Force launched them all the way back to Back to the start. On their asses. Perfect. Nixon began to walk. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha! Laughing with small bursts. Laughing in small bursts. Come to twist. Boom! One shot. It went through the back of Nixon's head, splattering his brains all over the ceiling. Then he fell, plummeting coldly onto the floor. Dead for real this time. Standing above his dead body, Phil. Sup, fuckers? He announced, lowering the smoking gun into his pocket. Phil. Kane announced. Kane not announced. Kane happily yelled, "You're alive!" Phil nodded. Yeah. I got my security breach refund in Chilean pesos. No, I'm not putting that in. I got my security breach refund and much more. Tony cried with joy. We did it. We saved the Fnaf community. The fanverse is very much alive. Very much alive. And we saved the humble nation, humble sovereign nation of Chile. The three gamers walked. No. They skipped home, knowing that Cawthon, Scots, and Metal Cotton Industries was no more. And from its ashes, the new Fnaf order would be built. And everyone lived happily ever after. Fuck. There we go.
Fuck me. Oh, on second thought, don't. Wow, if this doesn't heal the Fnaf community, I don't know what will. But we can never relent. Just remember to share kindness and positivity wherever you go. On a more serious note, if you want to glean some writing advice, tip 17, don't take my word for it. There is way more qualified sources to help you with that, and there are a lot of genres and styles, and very few of them work like what I just wrote. I'm mentioning this since, other than my YouTube videos, I'm not best at the more refined parts of English, since Scots has differences and in general isn't the same with spelling and whatnot. So feel free to consider the general advice, but don't base your style on mine, because this isn't how I usually write my works. Also, punctuation. No fucking clue how that works, and I apologize for any crimes committed against the grammar community. So, tip 18, use a spell checker, especially if you're writing seriously. Nothing takes someone out of a story like a typo, and transitioning into serious writing. Tip 19, if you want to take writing seriously and improve, well, you must write, obviously, but you also must make what you write public. Handling feedback properly is something way too complex to go over in this monster of a video, but it's important that you have feedback. Failure is not an option to go fuck itself. Don't be afraid of failure. It's not a fully bad thing. It's a necessary prerequisite for improvement. If you avoid making a mistake by being inactive or not publishing what you write, you'll find it very hard to improve. Look at this, madman. What the fuck is Across the Seas? It's positively awful. It was a fanfic written by an old friend about me and him, and it's so bad. But even if it wasn't, either through healthy confidence or a lack of awareness, he wrote it and put it out there for others to read. Maybe he'll get some pointers from his feedback, I don't know. But he would have forfeited that chance if he didn't publish it. This guy, what the fuck is his book? I can't get over this, and I think I'll need to read it over because of morbid curiosity. But he put it out there, and maybe he'll get 3 Scott coins from me buying it, and maybe he won't write that he beat orphans in his next work. You forfeit that opportunity if you don't put your stuff out there, so publish your stuff. Right, also tip 20, use round numbers for lists, makes them sound more complete and trustworthy. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far in the video without skipping, then my sincere condolences.